Hello everyone, Josh first back again, bringing guys some more Princess Connect, and today I'm going to be showing you guys and gals out there the 8:15 of normal story, the final boss for the current story progression that we have available in the soft launch. I don't know when we're going to get chapter 9 and onwards, but for right now chapter 8 is the final chapter, and when you do beat 8:15 you also unlock Princess Arena, which is a whole other animal in itself opposed to regular Arena. We're going to talk about that in our next video. That's going to be mostly focused around Arena and how important it is. But in this video I'm going to be showing you the 8:15 stage. I'm going to be talking about the team that I'm currently using right now because I did make slight adjustments from my last team update video. We added a new hero to the team, so who's it going to be? Stay tuned. And I'll be showing you guys the third dungeon that's currently available in the soft launch and what floor 10's boss looks like. And my goodness, is he a beast. Like, he wiped the floor with me. Now, I am, of course, still free to play in this game, so all progress that you've seen made on this game up to this point so far is still all done fully free to play, utilizing my various strategies that I've given you guys and gals out there for the past week. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started with the actual 8:15 stage. Now this video might be a little bit of a longer one, so if you want to see the final dungeon stage, final floor of Dungeon 3, you could probably skip to the end of the video if you'd like, unless you want to, see all my team progression, my update, and then of course this stage right here, which is 8:15. I need to go back through and 3-star clear some of these stages 100%. I'm going to get to that at some point, but I was just trying to bull my way through. You can see here my team that we currently have available. I'm at 29,633. I believe when I beat this, I was at like 28K. So it was, I think, sometime early yesterday is when I actually beat it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. And then I'll talk about my team more in depth after we do the actual fight. So I'm just going to let this go in auto. And of course, there is going to be 3 stages. The third stage, of course, will be the boss. The boss actually was not as bad as I thought originally that it was going to be. So we're now on wave 2. And I don't know why people say Rhino is not good for story. I don't understand it. She's an AoE unit. She crits a lot because of the way her ultimate works. Her Union Blast, rather. So I have no idea why people thought that she's not very good in story. She's actually been my hard carry for story on the soft launch of the game, all the way to 8:15. And she's also helping me a ton on our way through, of course, hard mode. So here's the boss. He's getting his butt kicked right now. And I'll show you my damage report at the end so you guys can kind of see who my damage dealers are. So we're a little over halfway through here. About a third of the HP left remaining. He's getting his butt kicked. He's level 56, by the way. There we go. Easy clap. So, 3-star clear. Not too bad, right? Now, let's go ahead and talk about my team. I'll show you the damage report real quick, though. You can see here we're getting almost 90k from our girl Mikado, of course. I mean, she's a powerhouse for bosses, right? So you can see we're getting a good bit of damage there. Monica's doing our most amount of damage. Our Rhino is doing second most damage, and she's an AoE, and her damage modifiers are a lot lower than Makoto, but people claim that she's not good in story, and I just don't buy it. I'm not seeing it. She's doing phenomenal. Now, I know she's a great PvP unit, but man, in story mode, she's doing pretty fantastic, if you ask me, especially if I need to reach those units in the back that are like sitting there just banging on my middle row and front row. She can get to them and do a ton of damage with those crits that she's going to do quite often. So very phenomenal unit. But anyway, so you can see the damage there. It's a very well balanced damage dealing team, which I very much appreciate. So I think the highest I've ever seen Mikado hit was like 110, 115k, depending on how long I have to stay in the stage for, or if they have any healers. So with that out of the way, let's quickly talk about the team, and then we'll go and start doing the third dungeon. Alright, so you guys already know I talked about my girl Monica. Already got our girl Mitsuki. Now this is our new addition to the team. This is the one that I want to focus on for a moment because she's a new addition to the team. You guys and gals, when you saw my last team progress video, you noticed that I had Chica in that team. I replaced Chica, at least for now, with Mitsuki because I was pushing more for PvP, and we're going to talk about that in our next video. Like I said, it's going to be centered mostly around Arena. But for story mode and for PvP, I decided that, okay, Chica isn't really doing what I need her to do yet. She's not healing fast enough or for enough at the moment for where I'm trying to be progression-wise. So I feel like I progressed too far for her to hang on. So she lost her spot, and I needed another DPS that fit the style of my team, which is very physically dominated right now. And I had a couple choices. Now, Yukari was the one that I wanted to go for, but I do not have enough shards right now for her to make her 2-star. So I decided, okay, I'll put her on the back burner for now, but I'm definitely going to be coming back to her. And then I was like, okay, maybe I need a frontline unit, but I don't have Nozomi. I never pulled her, and I really don't know if I want to build up Kuka. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go with the middle or back line DPS. So I was looking through some options, wondering, okay, what would best fit my playstyle with the units I'm having available? What would help those units do more damage in like PvP, for example, so I can climb more up an arena? And Mitsuki, she was the answer. And the reason why she's the answer is we're going to talk about her skill set real quick and why she works with my team so well. So Bloody Rose, her Union Burst, deals 3,970 physical damage to enemies in range, recovers HP based on enemies defeated by 20%. So she has a built-in lifesteal, which is phenomenal because I dropped my healer, as you guys know. So I'm not running a healer no more. I'm running full-on DPS with Miyoko as my tank, who also self-heals herself. So she's okay. But to have another DPS on my team that has a heal for themselves is very good when you don't have a healer. So she has a really strong multi-target attack right there that also heals with a lifesteal, which is very, very nice. Okay. And then we have Cursed Bloom. This is also another skill. This one is very, very good in PvP. Inflicts curse to all enemies in range. Inflicts curse that deals 134 damage. Now you're thinking that that doesn't do very much damage, but it actually does quite a bit because it's like damage that's being repeated for a period of time, and it just adds up pretty quickly. Field of Thorns lowers physical defense of enemies within the field by 68. So I'm getting basically a nearly AoE defensive down, which is very good for my multi-target units such as Minaka and Rhino. They're doing a ton of damage, physical damage already, and I'm lowering multiple enemies' physical defense in PvP, so it's very, very strong. And if we start getting in higher up in story, when more story stages drop that have enemies with higher physical defense, this on top of the defense down with Mikado is going to be a very good 1-2 punch and allow my other DPSs to do even more damage. So I have a very synergetic team going on right now. And then her EX skill, the One-Eyed Devil, boosts own physical attack by 840. So she's going to be doing more damage herself as well. So just a very solid unit. She has a little bit of utility, some support there, and obviously she has a little bit of DPS to go alongside it. So she's a very, very good unit. Not to mention she has a pretty cool character design as well. And her name is easy to say, Mitsuki. Simple, nice, and effective. So she's a part of the team now. We've got Makoto as well. I just realized I have 3 M's on my team. 3 characters with the M in their name. Obviously, we dropped Chico for now. She got demoted to the second team. We have Rhino that I still need to put 3 pieces of gear on, which we'll try and work on that sometime today. Miyako, I still need to put 1 more piece of gear on and get some more mana so I can finish refining that armor. And then she'll be good to go for now. And like I said, Yukari is a work in progress. As soon as I can get her to 2-star, which hopefully will be soon, I need 18 more shards, then I will probably start working on her and try to move her to my main team as well. And the reason why I want to run Yukari is because of that TP boost. If I can get that off with one of my AoE units like Minaka or Rhino, for example, I'll be doing a crazy amount of damage in PvP and hopefully be able to climb even further than I already am. So that is the team update, guys. Like I said, I'm almost at 30K, which I should be getting there at some point today. Now, with all that said, let's go ahead and get into the third dungeon, because I know some of you are curious of what the third dungeon may be. The very hard mode dungeon that some of you may not even be on yet, and you're curious how strong that floor 10 boss really is, what to look forward to. We're going to be showing you all that and more very, very soon. So let's get into it. Let me tell you guys right now, I saw that boss. I got to it yesterday, and woof, it's something to be cautious of, to say it bluntly. Alright, so let's go into the floor 1. We're going to go and just grab our team. This is pretty much my all-purpose team at the moment until I can start building other units. So we're going to try and get through a lot of these floors as quickly as possible so you guys can kind of get an idea of what every floor looks like all the way up to 10. The first few floors obviously are going to be, you know, a cakewalk. We're going to be walking all over them. There we go. First floor done. And even if you can't beat, let's say, for example, if you can only get to the 10th floor, but you can't beat it, it's still worth more to do the third dungeon than the second dungeon if you can get to the 10th floor, because you're still going to be getting 300 coins per chest. And if you bought excuse me, if you bought the $7.99 pack, you actually are going to get 600, and that's per day. So that's like around 3,000 coins per day if you bought the $7.99 pack that lasts for 30 days. I didn't, because I'm still free to play, but I'm really thinking about it, to be honest, because it sounds really worth it to me. But I don't know yet. I'm undecided. But for those of you who did, you're going to be getting a lot. And if you didn't, you're going to still be getting 300 per red chest, golden chest, whatever you want to call it, every few floors. So even if you can't beat the boss on the third dungeon, you're still, from those first 9 floors, are going to get more coins than if you beat all 10 floors of Dungeon 2. So keep that in mind, guys. Alright, so we're just trying to burst through these floors here. Like I said, the video is going to be a little bit longer, so I do apologize, but I wanted to give you guys a good idea of kind of what like the current soft launch end game looks like right now. Alright. Give you guys kind of like a relative idea of how far you need to progress to get to this point. Bam. And keep in mind, guys, if you're doing dungeon, your HP and your TP will carry over from floor to floor, so keep that in mind. If you're not running any healers and you don't have any tanks that are self-efficient with healing themselves, you might run into a little bit of issues when you get to, like, you know, midway up the tower or not. So just be careful and alert and realize that. And when you do pick a dungeon, that dungeon is locked in for the whole day until reset. So another thing to keep, you know, keep it in the back of your head there. Rhino. I love Rhino. She's like one of my favorite characters. I don't know why. Maybe I just like her name. I just like the word Rhino. It just sounds powerful. She's a powerful beast. Alright. And you guys are going to really think it's funny how quickly we're just flying through these floors, but what's going to happen when we get to the boss floor. It's like a whole new level, man. It's like we entered a whole new league. It's pretty crazy. So we're going to keep going. And you get quite a bit of mana from this as well. This is why I'm really thinking it might be really worth, if you have a few dollars laying around, then maybe buy that $7.99 pack. Because for 30 days, you get double dungeon drops. So that's double coins, double mana. Like, that alone is so worth it. For 30 days. I know I'm not trying to shill and sell you guys on that pack, but my goodness, the more and more I think about that pack, the more it just seems so worth it to me. The only thing that I'm concerned about is how they're going to handle the soft launch into the global release. Are we going to be in our own separate server? Are they going to just merge our servers together like they did with like Duel Links, for example, when I played that once upon a time? I don't know exactly the specifics. We can only assume and theorize. That's why I'm holding off on spending any money. But that $7.99 definitely is very appealing to me. Alright. So we're going to go on to the next floors here. I believe we're on floor 8 now. Yep. There we go. Another 300 coins. You got to love it. Okay, now we're getting into almost a 22k battle power for our opponent. Gotta give them the pudding, man. Gotta give them the pudding. Kodo with the miss. You gotta love it. Oh, we're getting pudding returned. Beerus would love this game. He loves pudding. Oh, we lost Makoto. Unfortunate. Our girl Makoto went down. It's funny enough, I didn't lose Makoto at all until I got to obviously floor 10 yesterday. But we lost her in floor 8 today. Very weird. Just, you know, sometimes RNG just plays a factor here. You got to do what you got to do, right? So we're going to go ahead and just slap someone else into the team here. I don't even know who else I really want to slap in. I guess I'll throw a Chica in there. Why not? Alright, so I believe we're on floor 9. I think we're on 9. If I kept track, we're on 9. Rhino in there doing the work, as she usually does. Alright. Off to the next floor. So for the most part, guys, you see, we kind of just blitzed our way. We just bullied our way through all those floors. But when we get to floor 10, it's a whole different ball game. And you're going to see this bad boy. Look at this. Level 80. Level 80. The Arch Guardian. 450,000 HP. This thing is a monster. An absolute, excuse me, an absolute monster. And it looks like we got over about 500,000 worth of mana for doing those 9 floors as well, which is very good. And you can see here, we're barely doing anything to this guy. He's a beast. He's tanky. He's going to hit very hard. We're not up to, we're just not up to this guy's league yet. We're not on his level. I mean, we try. We do some damage, right? The team's putting in the work here. But my goodness, look at that. Just wiped the floor with me. Just wiped the floor with me. So you guys and gals can kind of see what we're up against here. This is the true end game right now of soft launch, trying to take out that 3rd dungeon boss. Like, my goodness, this guy's a beast. So you guys and gals out there now know what you're up against on floor 10. I'm going to keep grinding, trying to make up some more teams, maybe some new strategies to perhaps take this bad boy down. Might try to even throw in a couple magic team units. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to try and do what we can to try and take this guy out. Even if it takes us some time, that right now is my goal. That's the obstacle in front of me. Trying to beat that Arch Guardian. So that'll be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to show you guys a little taste of what's to come here in the end game currently of the soft launch. If you're not quite here yet, and if you are and you're struggling, hopefully I gave you guys a few good ideas, perhaps maybe with your team builds. I don't know. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of how far we've come so far in the first week of the soft launch, where we're at right now, what obstacles I have to still overcome to get to where I would like to be. Right now, I'm trying to work on a second team, a very strong second team slowly, so I can better do Princess Arena, which we're going to talk about in our next video. And obviously, I want to try and be able to beat that Guardian, so I can be able to completely clear the 3rd dungeon. So that's where we're at, guys, here at Joshverse. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Don't forget to tick notifications, subscribe, join us in the Discord in the description below. Hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel out a lot. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, as always, peace.